Hey, what is up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a fun video for you, one that is like my personal favorite to watch on YouTube, which is a first impressions and like a wear test on a foundation. Really quick, as you can see, Bailey, wrong side. As you can see, nice. Bailey is in the background. It's swapped on the screen, it's hard. But my boyfriend is in the background currently playing a game on Xbox. What are you playing? Ghost Recon Wildlands. That thing. Yes, he's playing in the background, so you're going to see him the whole video. I mean, you can't even see his full face, because he's, now you can. Love that. That's so attractive. He'll be in the background the whole video. He's just hanging out with me today, playing Xbox while I film, and then I'm going to force him to film a video with me later. So, yeah. But yeah, just wanted to address the man in the background. But yes, so today the foundation I'm going to be reviewing for you is... Today, the foundation I'm going to be reviewing for you is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I am so excited about this. When NYX first posted this on their Instagram, I was like, oh my gosh, I need it. And then it was like, but it's not coming out till like August 14th or something like that. And then they released it just for the Ulta, like, premium or whatever members, which I am. I am a premium member. But I couldn't buy it for some reason. Like, it wasn't, like, they didn't give me the option. Even though I was, like, whatever level you have to be to get it early, I was that. Pretty sure it's premium. Let's look, because this is going to bug me. Platinum member. You have to be a platinum member to order it early. And I am a platinum member, but they didn't let me order it early, which is fine, because I bought this in stores yesterday. And it also is a good thing I didn't buy it online, because I normally just go for the lightest shade in a foundation, because I'm very pale, and generally they don't make a shade even light enough for me. This is like the third lightest shade, or maybe the fourth, and so if I had bought just the straight up lightest shade, it would have been way too light for me. I hope this matches. I had Kirsten help me match it yesterday in stores. I'm pretty sure it will. Also, like, I swatched this on my hand. What are you doing? I just see you in the background. I swatched this on my hand in the store, like a couple shades, and it like stuck on. Like, I had to scrape it off. So I'm like a little worried about that. Just like of how much it dried down and like clung, but it also stayed really nicely. So that's cool. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing for you today. Just I'm not quite sure how much of a wear test it will be, simply because it's already 3:30 in the afternoon. So it's not going to be obviously 24 hours like the wear on this foundation that it claims, but I will try to check in with you as much, and if it's not anything like really drastic, it'll probably just be in the description box below instead of like a full-on clip. But if it starts like breaking down or anything, I'll put that in, which you will already know because it'll already be in this video, but I have not filmed it yet, clearly. Anyway, so I'm going to read some of the claims and then go ahead and test it out on my skin. So if you're interested to see how the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation lasts on me, just keep on watching. Okay, so my skin is already washed and moisturized, so we're just going to jump into the claims of this foundation before we put it on. So the NYX foundation, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, it is $15. It is, I checked on the NYX site too because I feel like Ulta kind of like jacks up the price a little bit. This foundation is $15 on both websites, so that's good. I got the shade Fair, which is the third lightest shade in the shade range. The claims on this is it's only at Ulta, lightweight, waterproof, and pigmented AF, or AF, I say AF, I don't know what's the right way to say that. Anyway, NYX Professional Makeup's Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation hustles as hard as you do. This comfy liquid formula comes in 45 flattering tones that don't transfer. Every creamy shade glides on smooth, delivering matte coverage and color that stays true for up to 24 hours. This little overachiever also works on shine control and mattifying your complexion all day long. This foundation is suitable for normal, oily, and combination and sensitive skin types. Okay, so that is like the fanciest like claims and descriptions I've ever read on a foundation, to be honest. Like, normally it's just like long wearing, full coverage, like whatever, but this was like descriptive and like really over the top a little bit. But it is supposed to be full coverage and transfer proof or transfer resistant. It just says won't transfer, so I'm guessing transfer proof. supposed to last all day and control shine, so it's supposed to be mattifying and last for a long time and not transfer, and that sounds amazing to me. And I really like the shade range. I know that was like a really, I mean, I feel like there's lots of really light shades in this, and like, but on in-store I also saw like a ton of deep shades, so like hopefully everyone can find their shade. I hope this is my shade. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I'll go ahead and get into it. I'm going to prime my skin, and then I'm going to do half my face with a brush, half my face with a sponge. So, alright, to give this foundation a fair shot, I primed with my Becca Evermatte primer that I use for pretty much every foundation. The only time I don't use that primer is if I like literally forget. I use it every day, and I think it's the only thing that really controls my oil. So yeah, hopefully that'll help it along with this actual like formula of this foundation. Oh, my other light just died. Love it. Alright, awesome. So let's go ahead and get into the actual application of this foundation. Alright. It's a super pretty glass bottle. It looks a lot like the Maybelline Better Skin foundation bottle, like probably the exact same thing. Yeah, so I'm just going to pump some of this out. Okay, cool. And I'm going to do this half of my face with a sponge and this half of my face with a brush. So I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk little marble sponge that I really like and just see what it looks like. Ooh, that's light. Okay, so it's light, but honestly, like, probably fine, because once I set it with powder and, like, bronze and everything, it'll probably be, like, honestly a really good color for me. It blends out really nicely, and it doesn't, I mean, I can't really see it that closely at the moment, so after I apply this one side, I'll look a little closer into my mirror. I mean, there's already a noticeable difference between the sides, clearly. Let's look. I like it so far. It doesn't seem to be clinging to anything. I mean, obviously, I can still see the acne right here. Oh, wow. It literally feels like it's already dried down matte. Like, it transfers a little bit on my fingers, but it literally feels like if you told me, like, that someone had powdered this already, I would have believed you. Definitely not full coverage right here. Like, am I crazy, or did I just, like, pick up some with my sponge? Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like it rubbed off when I like went over it again. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side with a brush and then see how this layers up. I'm gonna use my this is a Real Techniques foundation brush, I'm pretty sure, but it is a Real Techniques brush. I'm not sure like the actual purpose. Definitely feel like it's not as full coverage on the brush side. Maybe it's just because I didn't use quite as much. Okay, so it clung around all my acne right over here. It's got really, oh, I like this brush a lot for foundation, so it's interesting that it would like, I mean, because like with the sponge you get like the slight added moisture because you know it had water in it. But I don't really like it as much on the brush side, so I'm going to try to build up over my whole face with the sponge and see how that goes. Okay, so I went ahead and layered up on the foundation, and it is like dry all over here. It might just be because the side of my face is more dry, but there is like, you can see like the dried up skin around like certain spots of acne. And then it's not super full coverage, like because I have really dark spots and they are still visible, like kind of like the purpley stuff, and I don't really color correct because I've tried it, I don't really think it works. So you can still see like the discoloration underneath the foundation. But like this is very weirdly like, oh yeah, there's some dry patches up here. And it's dried down a lot, like more than any foundation I've ever tried. And but it looks like weirdly like light on my skin. It may just be these lights. Like, but hi. Sorry, I can see him in the mirror. It's like, I mean, clearly I'm wearing foundation, but it almost kind of looks like it's like a light coverage foundation, and like it doesn't feel heavy. I mean, I feel like I'm wearing foundation just because like I am, but it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't look heavy. It is dry in a few spots, but honestly it looks really nice on my skin, and I'm kind of weirdly impressed with this. Like it's not full coverage, like the level that I would like it to be, but like I still like it. Like it's not disappointing to me. I kind of like this. I'm gonna do my nose. I never put foundation on my nose because I always just like put concealer on my nose. Oh, that's a lot. I look like Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob. Looks good on my nose, not like clinging to anything there. But yeah, so far I really like this. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup off camera and then come back and just update you guys on like what I'm thinking, and then check back in throughout the day with some checkups. But yeah, so I'll be right back. Babe, what do you think of my makeup?
Ew. I'm just kidding, baby.
This took me an hour.
That's good.
Okay guys, so I am finished with my makeup. It turned into like a super fall look. I got this along with the foundation. I got this Wet n Wild limited edition Fit for a Queen little eyeshadow quad. And I wanted to try it, and I had never actually gone through one of these and done like it says transition, eyelid, crease, and brow bone on these actual shades. I'd never actually gone through and followed the directions, I guess, on these, so I decided why not. And it took me a while to get the like mustardy like shimmer shade to actually show up like and be decently pigmented, but I did get it, and it is giving me like super fall like vibes, and I really am excited for fall. And then I was gonna pair like a berry lip with this, and then it just looked terrible, so I went with the e.l.f. matte liquid lipstick in Praline. So yeah, but I went ahead and powdered my foundation just because out of habit more than anything. I honestly didn't think about it until after I did it, that the foundation like dried down pretty nicely, but I would have powdered it no matter what, just because I feel like it transitioned a little bit when I touched it, and I was just like, I would just feel so strange not powdering my foundation. But it feels really soft and really nice, and it looks really good. Everything went on nicely. It didn't get patchy, nothing clung. Like, it looks just really nice, and it's full coverage enough. The powder didn't wipe away. It didn't, like, the coverage didn't wipe away when I bronzed or anything. So I'm really happy about that. So far, I really like it. So hopefully it, like, stays up throughout the day and, like, actually lasts like it says it will. But yeah.